Hello my paper crafting family, and welcome to the Mother's Day edition of Paper and Joy. This month we are making a Mother's Day card. It's got this rose gold glitter, you can see that feature, and of course the beautiful white flower up in the corner. And inside, some more of that beautiful rose gold glitter paper, just in sort of scalloped floral pattern. Alright, now this version you can make as a Mother's Day version, or there's also the option to make it as a thank you card, so that's up to you. You've got the supplies to make either or. Alright, so let's go and have a look and see what you're getting in your craft packs. I'm filming this of an evening. It's school holiday time at the moment, and this is the best time for me to get a bit of quiet time without interruptions, without the girls running around, so there will be a little bit of the glary light, I'm sorry, but hopefully next month we're all back to daytime filming. So okay, here is what you get in your packs. You get your card base. We've got a white card base this time, the rose gold glitter paper as your envelope, and it's because you can't write on this because it's quite sort of shiny, but it makes it really beautiful. I've put a sticker on so you can write the address if you are sending a card, or you can just write mum or whoever the name of the person on the front on that sticker there. Okay, then the front embellishments, the rose gold circle and the flower, the inside flowers as well, and then, as I said, we can do either or. We can make it a Mother's Day or a thank you. So I've got the words cut out for either Mother's Day or thank you and put them in separate packs because there's quite a few sort of little pieces in each. So obviously there's the big words that you can see to determine what one you want to do. So if you're not making Mother's Day one, then please make a thank you one, and hopefully that the person that receives your thank you card will love that. Okay, I am going to make the Mother's Day card. You will also need a ruler, some glue, and it might be handy to have some sort of pointy-nosed or pointy tweezers because there are some fine pieces to the lettering. It just helps when you're picking them up. If you've got sort of fumbly fat fingers like I have, sometimes the tweezers are easier just to pick up the individual pieces. Okay, and of course you need a scrap piece of paper as usual, so let's get crafting. Okay, so first up we are going to put the flower in the corner, so you'll need your circle base and your flower. So we're just going to pop some glue on the back of that. So a nice bit of glue going all the way to the edges. It's a pretty tough piece of paper, so you don't have to be too delicate. And then just sort of in the corner, maybe, I don't know, what's that, like a centimetre spacing from the top edge and the right side edge. Sort of even spacing between those two. Okay, and the flower. The flower has this little, you can see that, like fabric circle base thing at the back, so that's the bit we're going to glue. It's a nice sort of, makes it easy for gluing. So just pop quite a good wad of glue on that. Just checking the light that it is sort of getting on there. And then that just goes in the centre of your circle, and just give it a press. Because it's a bit lumpy, like with all the, obviously the joining of the flower petals and like the beading that's in the centre, which has obviously been stitched in, you may just need to check your flower after a while just to make sure that it has actually stuck, and may do a second gluing. So, but it you know, it's pretty flat, so if you put a good bit of glue on, it should be all right. There we go. Okay, now, as I said, I'm going to do the Mother's Day version. The smallest piece that you need to just be aware of in this pack is the little apostrophe on mothers. So just make sure that that comes out of your bag as well. Okay, and then just pop everything out so you can see that you have all your pieces. Be a little bit careful. I mean, the paper's not, like, it's not that delicate, but obviously there are sort of fine cut pieces there that could break, so just be mindful of that. Okay, now I have to find my apostrophe. It's stuck. There it is. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, it was stuck to a letter, so there we go. You can see that little apostrophe there, so just have a look at if it's not stuck on the letter if you can't find one. So I'll just show you that, and I will also just show you the thank you if you're doing that version of the card. So we've got Happy Mothers with the apostrophe, the S, and then Day, and then for the thank you, so the T on thank is what is smallish. Which way did that go? That way. Okay, so that is how, see if I can bring that up for you. That is how the T on the thank you will sit if you're doing the thank you version. Okay. All right, I'll pop those away and we can get sticking with the Mother's Day. Okay, so these lettering is going to be sort of right justified, so the right hand side of all the letters should line up straight. So then just sort of place them on your card to give you an idea so that you've got something to work on when you are sticking. Okay, and then you can then use a ruler just to, when you're about to glue, enough room, just to make sure that your spacing of your letters is about the same. So that's where the ruler comes in. Okay, so but at this stage, just sort of get sort of a rough spacing in terms of in between the words, and then also the letters with these sort of cut ones as well, just that you're sort of happy with that they don't look too spaced out and look like a word. Okay, I will fix that with the glue, that's not sitting right. Okay, so probably, what have we got there? What's that, about 13 mil from the bottom edge, or the bottom of the Y, it's about 8 mil. Yeah, about 8 mil then as well from the right hand side. Okay, so that will give you a uniform look to your card. Okay, and now with this I found that the easiest way is just to grab your glue stick and put the letters on there and just delicately sort of rub them around. Got like a wet piece of paper towel or something that might be handy just to use on your fingers. Might better get a bit of glue on there, but it's okay, it all washes off. Okay, so now we'll just use our ruler, pop that spacing there so we know where to put our lettering, so we can line up the bottom. That should be pretty good. And then the swish of the Y at about the 8mm mark. You can just sort of adjust that a little bit while it's still wet. That's looking pretty good. Okay. So then continue on with your other letters. Making sure the bottoms are in a straight line. It may help you to put a ruler down as a guide. I tend to do it by eye because I find sometimes if the ruler moves, you may end up with wonky lettering. But if you think that's, I mean, you can still then move it and take it away and adjust it. But I tend to just do it by eye. Get my ruler's too big. Just place the ruler in the right spot, and I'll do the S. Yep. And it was for the little apostrophe that I thought the tweezers might come in handy. They are also pretty handy sort of just to nudge things around a little bit. Okay, I'll keep gluing and I will see you on the other side. Okay, so just up to my last piece, which is the Hap from Happy. So some of the bigger pieces probably, oops, a little bit easier if you gently, not so rough as I was just then. Gently glue them. They're lying down, but then sometimes, yeah, it's easier to hold it. It's a bit more gentler this way. So yeah, after gluing, just give everything a press. And there we go. Okay, so now we've finished our outside, we will go and do our inside pieces. Oops. So we have the three sort of flower pieces in the glittery gold. You can choose to put them where you like, on the side, in the middle. Corners. I'm going to do on this left side here, sort of together, like that. So now with this one, you can, just to get that center one sort of right, use your ruler again and just, it's just a little bit short of 15 centimeters, so about the halfway mark is the 7.5 centimeter mark. So just use that as a guide when you're popping your first one in. So do the middle one first and do the center of that flower at the 7.5 centimeter mark. So I've just got a little bit from that fold edge. And then you can just space these out from that center one. But yeah, decide what you'd like to do with these center flowers. And of course, photos in the Facebook group is always appreciated, as are thumbs up and subscribes on the YouTube. Okay, so there we go. Hope you had fun doing that. Mother's Day card and a sparkly envelope to go with it. All right, I look forward to seeing your photos and also seeing you next month. Bye for now.